stuff, and then we'll go. So I'm sitting here with Kenny Taylor, who's a rising star in the real estate industry. We're excited to talk to Kenny, get some insights on what he's doing to shake things up in the market. Just as a note, if you like what you're hearing, like, subscribe, give us some comments, head over to eRealEstateCoach. We'll give you some more content over there. But Kenny, you're doing some amazing things. I wanted to talk with you about some things that I've been watching from the outside that's really seeming to really boost your business and get you on the radar in real estate. You're relatively new to the business. Let's talk about ratings and reviews. So you've just done really, really well with the ratings and reviews. So kind of explain your theory about that.
Well, I'm a Rogue Valley native, but I spent 15 of the last 20 years in the Bay Area. And there, it's an even bigger deal. I noticed how much online reputation matters, and I came from that world. And I noticed how little it was being utilized here. And I'm still not sure how much it's leading towards local business, but I know referrals and people coming from out of area are definitely noticing it, and I do think it helps a lot. Especially, I've noticed, like, when I get a new client, if they go look me up online, it's just like bulletproof reputation.
So your theory, though, when you're dealing with a client, I love it, and you're already thinking in that mindset of what's going to happen when we're done here.
I think that metric is just as important as your paycheck or anything else that you're going to measure.
Is that rating?
Is that
as
absolutely
important in your commission?
Well, it's in two ways. Number one, it's how that client has been left feeling. So that's going to be them recommending you locally, or or just using you again next time they need a realtor.
Right.
Secondly, it's whether or not they're willing to, like, shout it from the rooftops, which is what the internet is, right? I mean, it is the modern day version of word of mouth, right? I mean, I could go poll all my friends, or I can click one link and see what the community thinks of somebody. So if I go into a transaction thinking, all right, I'm going to provide exceptional service all the way through. Number one, because I want this person to be happy and that's my job. Number two, because at the end of it, I can say, would you please go online and recommend me, because that's what helps my business grow, and I've earned it. If I've got that in mind all the way through and delivering service that's, that matches that all the way through, that's a win-win. They get what they want, and so do I.
So when you are, and some agents handle this differently, some agents front load it and begin saying, with the beginning of the conversation, hey, I'm going to ask you for a review at the end of this relationship. You're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
You want to earn your right?
Well, I don't have, I mean, I can see why somebody might have that conversation, but I think it's a little presumptuous. It's like, my job at that point is to help them with their real estate problem, whatever it is. If I do such a good job at the end that they know I deserve it, it's easy to ask. Because I think part of what gets in people's way is it's a little uncomfortable to ask. It's almost like asking somebody out. It's like, what if they say no? Did I deserve it? It's like, I go in, no. I know that I deserved it. If they say no, that's fine too.
But you've earned it.
But I've earned it. I know they're not going to give me a crappy review because, did I say crappy? I know they're not going to give me a poor review.
Saying you want this internet later.
I know they're not going to give me a poor review because I didn't earn a poor review.
Right.
They may not do it because they're busy and they might be moving into a new house, or moving out of the country, whatever it is. It's not the best time to catch somebody, give them an extra thing to do on the to-do list. But I think in most cases, actually, I think they feel like I've earned it and will go out of their way.
So let's talk about mechanics. Are you doing this at the closing table? Is it a phone call after? What is it? How do you?
It usually comes up naturally. Honestly, I've had a lot of clients bring it up, or if they don't, I will say, hey, this really makes a big difference for my business. I would love it if you'd review me, and without pressure. I mean, I have had great clients, great friends even, just not do it.
Just too busy.
Fine. I don't need it from everybody, and I don't. When I say I deserve it, I mean that I've earned it. I don't mean that they should give me that time out of there.
You don't feel guilty asking.
I don't feel guilty asking, and they shouldn't feel guilty not doing it either. I mean, we've already completed our transaction. I've helped them with their real estate needs. Hopefully they feel awesome about that. That's my main goal. And I have my paycheck, and like, that's the basic transaction. This is extra.
So what's interesting is you watched yourself entering as a newer agent 18 months ago. You've had a rapid rise. But you're seeing yourself rise in ratings on some of these sites like Zillow. You're already beating some agents that have been around a long, long time that are failing to go after reviews.
Well, and I'm sure there are ways that those people are beating me in other ways.
Sure.
But in that way, they're making a mistake. And I think it's, I love basketball. If you approach basketball only keeping track of how many times you score the basketball, it's not the complete game. There's so many other things to it. So if you're just looking at how many homes you sold, how much they were worth, there's a lot of numbers, and it's I think that is a metric that is being analyzed, I guess, by agents.
It's not a priority for them.
It's not a priority, and it's a mistake because I think it's only every day the internet becomes more and more powerful. You like it or not, it's the way that it is. Every day Facebook has more and more of people's eyeballs, people's marketing, people's advertising. If you want to still do park benches, go for it. It's not going to work.
Right.
I mean, I'm a rookie, but I'm telling you, that's my take on that. And I feel like it's one area I understand.
So one interesting thing, if you go to Kenny Taylor, or
agentkenny.com,
agentkenny.com, you'll see how Kenny has taken and built reviews right into the homepage of your website.
Yeah.
And it's an easy way for people to see you. And I think it's brilliant.
Well, what do people go to websites for? I'm asking you.
I think if they don't know you, they're going to Google you, and they want to get to know you as an agent
right.
and your performance level. So I think
right. So then it's just like a resume. It's like, yeah, I could focus more on like a search for properties, but they can get that anywhere, and then they can get that at the bottom of my website too. I'm not having it in there, but why would I put that up front? That's available to them through so many other places. The only thing they're coming there for is like, what's this guy about? And so immediately they're like, oh, people love this guy. People love working with this guy, and it's not. Yes, it's marketing, but it's authentic. It's like I'm earning those. If I start to get the feeling that I don't deserve to be looked at that way, I change the way that I'm approaching my business because that's what I want to do. I want to be delivering 100% all the time and then be known for that.
So you send an email out. It says, here's all the places you can review me. We talked about, I think there was 5 of them, Google, Facebook, Zillow, Realtor.com, and Yelp. Yeah. So do you find that people gravitate towards one or the other, or do you have to push them one way or another?
Sometimes I'll push them one way or the other based on what I feel like is a need. But some people will be like, I want to do it like I've had a couple clients that were like, I'm reviewing you everywhere I can. And they just wanted every link. Sometimes I'll send out 2 or 3 links and say like, do 1 or 2 of these, whatever, wherever. Some people aren't on Facebook. Some people don't want to sign into Zillow.
Whatever they want.
Whatever. It's like, I'm not going to, look, it's a huge favor to me from my clients. I understand that too. I mean, it's a big deal, especially at a busy time.
And you're not paying for referrals. You're not saying, you give me a referral, I'll give you a free dinner out or whatever. It's all organic.
It's all organic.
Yeah. Some people do that. So let's switch gears to video. Now you are a guy that's putting out some video. I'm watching what you're doing. And I'm seeing some video streaming out. What's your theory on video?
Again, I think it's the present and the future. So I think you can kind of kick the can down the road, but you're only losing ground. People are online all the time. People are more and more watching videos, even more than photos, and certainly more than text. Like we like to write up all this stuff about how many bedrooms there are and this and that. They click right past that, right? I mean, they want to see something visual, something dynamic. I'm not saying that my face is really what they want to see. They probably want cat videos. Really, you'd be better off doing cat videos. But actually, that's a good point. I actually did one kind of advertisement that was a little more creative, and I do think if you can do something creative and authentic in a professional manner, that's the best thing. I think a walkthrough of a house is great. Like I've had people actually ask me online. They're like, "Great, but I can't see the features," so I'll flip the camera around and be like, "Okay," because people are living their lives through these little screens. I'm not advocating for it. I do it, unfortunately. And, we all do need to be spending more time out in the real world and connecting to real people. But we spend so much of our time on our phones. If that's where people are going to be, if you want to be in that space.
So what's interesting for me about you is that you come from a background where you were a filmmaker. You made some comedy films. And so, but when you're approaching, I'm seeing your videos, so you're not professionally shooting these. You're not setting up with a green screen and everything else. This is just raw video of you, right?
I did recently upgrade my phone because I feel like having a nice camera matters. So I got kind of a very high-end phone, which is maybe $200 more than a regular phone. If I want to be making all these videos, I feel like it pays for itself. But I think if you have a decent camera on your phone, that's all you need. The mics are fine. I mean, just be aware of like wind or something if you're outside. But yeah, it's like you can't really make too bad of videos on a modern smartphone. I do have a background in film, and I do have a background being on camera in front of people, and I think that helps a lot. I was actually talking to a friend who's not in real estate, but she's doing this same thing for her yoga business, and I was very encouraging her because I think it's really smart. And especially if you're not in sales, I'm kind of surprised that people are more hip to it. I mean, she's doing it way better than most of the people that I see in our field, which is a shame. But I was encouraging. I was like, the best thing to do is just keep doing it. You're going to get more comfortable on camera. I know it's not comfortable at first. When I first started doing anything in the entertainment industry, it was more challenging. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So I was
doing something that's really interesting, which I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. You're making sure you do the closed captioning on the bottom, so so people can read it instead of having to turn it on.
Captions are very important because people will be scrolling through, they'll be doing something else. I mean, honestly, I was joking about people in the bathroom. They're scrolling through, they're looking at whatever. If they have to turn the volume up and that, a lot of times they'll go through, or they'll go find something more visual. My face walking through a house isn't super visual. But, you know, if I've targeted them right, that's the other aspect of this, is that with Facebook and some of these other platforms, you're actually able to, you know, only put it in front of, or primarily put it in front of the people that you want to put it in front of. So that could be anything from your past clients to people making a certain amount of money that live in a certain area, or people that are, you know, likely to move is a big one in our industry. So I guess my point is that, like, if you're putting in front of the right people, maybe they'll be more interested in that. But I think it makes it easier to grab people if they're able to see even a couple snippets of the line. Oh, he's talking about a house that he's selling. Okay, maybe if I'm interested in that, I'll stop. Well, that's who I want to look at it, because I want them to buy the house. So
you're letting Facebook do that for you. You're cleaning it up a little bit, and then boom, people can read it.
I would say it takes 10 minutes to clean up your captions. Those videos, they work for you even after your listing is sold. They sit there on your page, and if somebody sees it, they're like, oh, this guy. I've had people say, oh, this is a great video, and I reply back, I said, I do this for every one of my listings. That makes me look great, because it's like, okay, if you're a seller, who do you want? You want somebody who's going to go the extra mile and like really pump this online? I mean, what I think sellers are starting to realize is that buyers are online. If your realtor is not helping you be online, like, so Zillow, you get bumped up to the top of search results if you have an open house or if you have a walkthrough video. How many people are doing walkthrough videos?
Very few. Very few.
It's so easy. They have literally an app on Zillow where you do it. It takes 5 minutes. You're not on camera. You're walking through the house. Now you're at the top of the search results. Boom. Bam. It's like, if you don't understand those aspects of the marketing, you're behind. And so then I can explain that to my clients too. Just say, that person's not doing that.
Yeah, go look. Go look. Kenny, I love the energy. You're incredible. You're going to create...
You're incredible, Jay. I learned from the best. I learned the best.
You're going to create so much great things in real estate. So thank you so much for doing the interview.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And jump over to eRealEstateCoach.com if you want some more just like this. Have a great night.